Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Holy Cross Academy's fall production, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. As it turns out, Wonderland does not have good reception, so you will not need your phones. Please, turn off all your mobile devices completely for the duration of the performance. Any photography or videotaping of this production is strictly prohibited by order of Her Most Royal Majesty, the Queen of Hearts. Please heed this warning if you value your head. There will be a 10-minute intermission between Acts 1 and 2. Thank you for supporting the Holy Cross Academy Drama Club. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Curious place. I wonder how many miles I've fallen. I know it sounds most odd, but I've just fallen down a rabbit hole. I swear it's true. I've never been known to lie. You see, I was sitting with my sister in an open field. I was bored. I often am. Once or twice, I peeked into the book my sister was reading, but there were no pictures or conversations in it. And what is the use of a book without pictures or conversations?
Oh dear, I shall be late. Oh, the Duchess, the Duchess! Oh, won't she be sad if I've kept her waiting?
There it is, the white rabbit. Who ever heard of a rabbit with a pocket or a watch to take out of it? That's why I chased it. It popped down a large hole under the hedge. I imagine I must be somewhere near the center of the earth. Let me see. That's 4,000 miles down, I think.
Oh, the Duchess, I'm late! I'm late!
If you please, sir.
What's that? Who's talking?
My name is Alice.
Then Alice can't be my name, can it?
Sir,
You have to be who you are, and I have to be who I am. If you're Alice, then I'm obviously someone else.
I think so.
You think? Don't you know? If you don't know who you are, I could be Alice. You could be the white rabbit.
I don't feel the least bit like a white rabbit.
Maybe you're a Welsh rabbit. I'm late!
I wonder, could you tell me what this place is called?
I could. I don't know if I should. You seem like a stupid girl. And good information is usually wasted on stupid folk.
There's no need to be rude.
There's no need to be polite. That's the way things are in Wonderland.
That's what this place is called? Wonderland?
Oh, the Duchess! I'm late!
I have so many questions. Up in the field, she seemed to be the same size as any other rabbit. Down here, she's large indeed. Or maybe I've gotten smaller. I wish I hadn't fallen. I wish my sister would poke her head down and say, "Come come up again, Alice. I don't want to be alone down here.
Stop crying! Stop crying! You're making a flood!
Who's that? There's no flood here. I'm simply crying. Oh, my foot, my foot. My tears are making a large puddle.
Stop sobbing! Stop sobbing! I'm drowning!
Oh dear, how peculiar. The water's rising. I've got to keep my chin above water.
If you weren't so big, you wouldn't have made this ocean.
I'm not big, I'm small. At least I think I am.
Don't think. It's drier that way.
Oh, Mouse, do you know it on this pool? I'm getting tired swimming about.
I don't know why I should tell you anything. Look at the salty soup you've gotten me into.
Oh, Mouse, please don't go.
There isn't much sense in staying, you know. You're not very good company.
I do wish I could get to shore.
How do you do, dear?
Not very well, thank you. I'm not a very good swimmer.
Don't worry, the pond will soon dry up.
How is that possible?
Anything is possible in Wonderland.
Simply think backwards.
Backwards?
Think what it was like before you started to cry.
I'll do my best.
I'm dripping wet.
I'm cross.
I'm uncomfortable.
How are we to get dry?
If I were home, I'd fetch some fluffy towels.
Well, you're not back home, so that isn't helpful.
Be helpful!
I'm trying.
I can sing something.
Will your singing dry my feathers?
It won't make them any wetter.
In that case, I suggest we begin the concert. Oh, the Duchess, oh my dear paws, oh my whiskers, she'll have me executed as soon as marriage on. Good gracious, what's the matter with the fella?
I've dropped my fan and my white kid gloves. I must hop back home and fetch another pair.
Things are getting curiouser and curiouser.
What part shall I sing first?
The encore!
I'm not a real turtle, you know? I'm a mock turtle. So when I sing, you should expect to hear a real song.
Still wet. Sing!
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 Beautiful soup, so rich and green, waiting in a hard terrain. Who for such dainties would not stoop? Soup of the evening, beautiful soup. Soup of the evening, beautiful soup. Soup of the evening, beautiful soup. Beautiful, beautiful soup. Beautiful soup. Who cares for fish, game, or any other dish? Who would not give aught for two? Pennyworth only of beautiful soup. Soup of the evening, beautiful soup. Soup of the evening, beautiful soup. Beautiful, beautiful soup.
That was nice, but sad.
You might have said it was sad, but nice.
I'm still damp.
And my feathers are stuck together.
The best way to get us dry would be a caucus race.
What is a caucus race?
The best way to explain it is to do it. We get in a circle.
When we begin.
Whatever we like! What fun!
What madness!
I do believe there's going to be a winner! You're in front of me! But you're in the back of me as well!
When do we stop?
Whatever we like! Faster!
Race is over! why we had the race.
And who has won?
Everybody has one, and all must have prizes.
Who is to give the prizes?
Why, she, of course.
Oh, I don't know if I have anything appropriate. Oh, I know. Gumdrops. Luckily, the water didn't get in them.
Prizes, prizes!
There was enough for one all around.
She must have a prize herself.
Of course. What else have you got in your pockets?
Oh, only a thimble.
Hand it over.
We beg your acceptance of this elegant thimble.
It all seems so absurd. They all look so grave. I don't want to laugh. Thank you. I do wish Dinah were here.
And who is Dinah? If I might venture to ask.
Dinah's my cat.
Did you say cat?
Oh, I beg your pardon. I forgot mice don't like cats.
Not like cats? Would you like cats if you were me? Nasty little vulgar things. Don't let me hear the name cat again.
Actually, Dinah's much better with birds than she is with mice.
I really must be getting home.
The air doesn't suit my throat.
It's high time we're all in bed.
Oh, don't go. Please wait. I'm sure if you met Dinah, you'd find her quite good company. Now I've gone and done it. No one in Wonderland seems to like cats. I wonder if I shall ever see my sister and Dinah again. I mustn't cry. Not after what happened last time.
Always speak the truth. Think before you speak and write it down afterward.
Here comes someone. Maybe she can help me. Oh dear, she does look odd. Like a walking chess piece.
Where do you come from? Where are you going? Look up, speak nicely, and don't twiddle your fingers all the time.
I'm afraid I've lost my way.
I don't know what you mean by your way. All the ways back here belong to me. Why did you come out here? Hurts you while you're thinking of what to say. It saves time. Why are you staring?
It's your crown. That's the strangest crown I've ever seen. It looks exactly like a chess piece.
It is a chess piece. I'm the red chess queen. Don't you know anything? Look out there. What do you see?
Why, the countryside looks exactly like a giant chessboard.
Open your mouth a little wider when you speak, and always say your majesty.
There ought to be some chessmen moving about. And so there are. It's a great, huge game of chess that's being played all over the world. Oh, I wouldn't mind joining in the game. Although, of course, I'd like to be a queen best. Your Majesty.
That's easily managed. Once you get to the 8th square, you'll be a queen.
That's all there is to it?
You're not there yet.
My sister will be so excited. And Dinah.
Enough talking. On the run.
Running.
Faster! Faster!
Where are we going?
This way, over here! Faster!
This is
Faster!
faster than the caucus race.
Faster! Faster! You may rest now.
Why, I don't believe we've gotten anywhere. Everything is just as it was.
Of course it is. How else would you have it?
In my country, you often get somewhere else when you've been running for quite some time, as we've been doing.
A slow sort of country. Now, here you see, takes all the running you can do just to stay in the same place. If you wish to get anywhere, you must run at least twice as fast. Remember, in Wonderland, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
How am I to reach the 8th square?
Take a train, I should think. The train will bring you to the 4th square. That square belongs to Tweedledum and Tweedledee. The 5th square is mostly water. The 6th square belongs to Humpty Dumpty. The 7th square is mostly forest. However, a knight will come to show you the way, and in the 8th square, you will be crowned a queen with me, monarch supreme, all feasting and fun.
I can't wait to get started. Can we begin at once? Who is that?
Off with his head!
What do you suppose the poor fellow has done?
The Queen of Hearts, she made some tarts, all on a summer's day.
The knave of hearts, he stole those tarts and took them quite away.
Off with his head!
I do wish he'd stop saying that.
Off with her head!
Oh!
Don't forget the croquet game and bring your own flamingo! Proceed! Sentence first, verdicts afterwards. Off with his head!
Don't you suppose the poor fellow is to get a trial?
I suppose.
And why must you bring a flamingo to the Queen's croquet game?
The Queen of Hearts is ruler here. We do as she commands. We use the flamingos as croquet mallets to hit the croquet ball. Enough talking. The 8th square is quite some distance from here. We'll have to run at least twice as fast.
Oh, please wait! Don't go!
You are old, said the youth, and your jaws are too weak for anything tougher than suet. Yet you finished the goose with the bones and the beak. Pray, how did you manage to do it?
I'll never catch up with that Red Queen. I've never seen anyone travel as fast as she. Oh!
Who are you?
I hardly know ma'am at present. I know who I was when I got up this morning.
What do you mean by that? Explain yourself.
I'm afraid I can't put it more clearly. Wonderland is a strange place, and it does confuse one.
Not a bit.
It certainly confuses me.
You! Who are you?
I think you ought to tell me who you are first.
Why?
I'm not going to stand here and listen to any more nonsense.
That's all you're going to hear in this place. North, east, south, west. It's all nonsense. Wait,
Well,
won't you recite my favorite poem?
what is your favorite poem?
You are old, Father William.
so.
Begin.
You are old, Father William, the young man said, and your hair has become very white. And yet you incessantly stand on your head. Do you think at your age it is right?
Another verse. Only louder. Don't slur your words.
In my youth, Father William replied to his son, I fear it might injure the brain. But now that I'm perfectly sure I have none, why I do it again and again.
Another verse, but with more feeling this time.
You are old, said the youth, as I mentioned before, and you've grown uncommonly fat. Yet you turned a back somersault in at the door. Pray, what is the reason of that?
Stop! That is not said right. Wrong from beginning to end.
I wish you creatures in Wonderland wouldn't be so easily offended.
I'll get used to it in time.
Oh, the Duchess! Oh, the Duchess, the Duchess! Oh, won't she be satisfied? Kept her waiting. For the Duchess, from the Queen of Hearts, an invitation to play croquet.
For the Duchess, from the Queen of Hearts, an invitation to play croquet.
Oh, the Duchess, the Duchess! I'm late, I'm late!
There's no use in knocking.
Why not?
First, because I enter the door, I'm on the same side as you are. Secondly, they're making so much noise here. No one could possibly hear you.
I don't hear anything.
You will.
If no one is to answer the door, how am I to get in?
Are you to get in all? That's the question.
It's really dreadful the way all the creatures argue. It's enough to drive one crazy. I'm sure the caterpillar was wrong. I won't get used to it in time.
Suit yourself.
But what am I to do?
Anything you like.
There's no use in talking to him. He's perfectly idiotic. Anyone home?
Speak roughly to your little boy and beat him when he sneezes. Achoo! He only does it to annoy because he knows it teases. Achoo! Wow, wow, wow! Soup needs more pepper! Pig! Achoo!
There's too much pepper in that soup.
Too much pepper in that soup! Pig!
Would you tell me what that is?
It's a Cheshire cat you're looking at.
It's not a cat at all. It's a smile.
More like a grin.
I've often heard of a cat without a grin, but a grin without a cat? That's the most curious thing I ever saw in all my life.
You haven't seen much, and that's a fact. Pig!
I beg your pardon.
Why? I don't beg yours. So you should beg mine. It's only fair. Besides, begging isn't nice.
Be careful! You might hurt the baby. Would you tell me why your cat grins like that?
What a dull girl you are. It's a Cheshire cat, I told you. They always grin. It's all they're good for. Pig!
I didn't know Cheshire cats always grinned. In fact, I didn't know they could grin at all.
They can, and most of them do.
Mind what you're doing!
Here, you take it. I must go get ready to play croquet with the queen.
If I don't take this child, there's no telling what might happen to it. Please don't sneak so close to the baby.
It's not a baby.
Don't pepper the baby.
It's a pig. See for yourself.
It is a pig. Don't grunt. Grunting is not a proper way of expressing yourself. If you're going to turn into a pig, I'll have nothing more to do with you.
Give it here. I know. Sort.
If it had grown up, it would have been a dreadfully ugly child.
Rather handsome they are.
I can't stand here making no progress. I'm trying to reach the 8th chess square.
Well, in that case, I would suggest you had more pepper.
Wow! Stop! Please do stop!
Whatever has become of that little girl? She'll never make it to the 8th square the way she walks in place.
Nonsense.
You can't be off to play croquet with the queen.
Why not?
You don't have a flamingo.
I have an invitation. One invitation is worth 2 flamingos.
You must keep her waiting. You know how angry the Queen of Hearts can get.
I know how angry I can get if I stay in one place for too long.
Shall we run twice as fast?
Why not?
I'm late! I'm late! Oh dear, I'm late! I'm late! Meow. Meow.
Why, that looks like a quite good-natured cat. Perhaps it can help me.
Meow, it's nice seeing you again.
Again? Have we met?
Back at the Duchess's. Don't you remember me? I'm the Cheshire Cat.
I met your grin there. I didn't meet you.
I was there all the time, I think. In, out, when the mood strikes.
Where's your grin?
Back in the kitchen. You don't suppose I carry it everywhere I go. Someone might steal it.
I'm trying to reach the 8th square. Could you tell me which way I should walk from here?
That depends a good deal on where you want to get to. That direction lives a Mad Hatter. That direction was a March Hare. Visit either you like. They're both mad.
I don't want to go among mad people.
Oh, well, you can't help that. We're all mad here. I'm mad. You're mad.
How do you know that I'm mad?
You must be, or you wouldn't have come here. Do you play croquet with the Queen's Court?
I should like to, but I haven't been invited.
By the way, what became of that baby? I forgot to ask.
It turned into a pig.
I thought it might. It always does.
Cheshire Cat. Cheshire Cat. The 8th square. How do I reach it? Cheshire Cat. Cheshire Cat.
If you think what waxworks are with pain, you know, waxworks really make you look like you're nothing to know how. Contrary-wise, if you think we're allowed to, I can speak.
I didn't mean to stare. Tweedledum and Tweedledee. I'm in the 4th square. Would you tell me the best way out of these woods?
You've already gone wrong. The first thing to do in a visit is to shake hands and say how you do.
How do you do?
Shall we dance? Delighted. No how, contrary-wise.
I hope you're not tired of your little dance. I have so much to ask.
No, thanks for asking. Do you like poetry?
Which is the best path to take out of these woods?
The Wallace and Carpenter is our favorite.
I don't think I'd care to hear it.
It's all about a Wallace and Carpenter who tricks oysters into walking them, and then they eat them.
You shouldn't laugh. I feel sorry for the poor oysters.
Don't be. They won't really begin with. Besides, you haven't heard the poem.
I don't intend to.
In that case, we begin in earnest. The Wallace and Carpenter were working
Selfish
with
things.
They wouldn't think anything to see, such quantities of sand. If only this were cleared away, they said it would be grand. Oh, oysters, come and walk with us. The Wallace took this each. Once we walk, and up to the top, we're on the right beach. Do not do more than 4. Give a hand to each. Ella's oyster, took the hand. Never a word was said.
How nice, how civilized. Tea time.
I hope I'm not intruding.
No!
There's plenty of room.
Who is she? Didn't you invite her?
Certainly not. No room for extra guests.
Have some wine.
I don't see any wine.
That's because There isn't any.
Then it wasn't very polite of you to offer it.
It wasn't very polite of you to sit down without being invited.
I didn't know this was your table, except for a great deal many more than 3. Both of you leaning on the dormouse must be quite uncomfortable for the poor thing. Although, as to sleep, I suppose it doesn't mind.
Your hair wants cutting.
You shouldn't make personal remarks. It's very rude.
What day of the month is it?
The 4th.
2 days wrong.
I told you butter wouldn't suit the works! It was some butter. Yes, it was some crumbs supposed to go in as well. You should have heard it with bread knife.
This is a very strange watch. It tells the day and the month and doesn't give the hour.
Why should it? Does your watch tell you what year it is?
Certainly not. That's because it's the same year for quite some time.
Which just gets mine.
I don't understand.
Your mouse asleep again.
Pour some tea on his nose.
Of course, just what I was going to remark myself.
I want a new cup. This one's all up. Let's all move one place.
If you knew Tom as well as I, you wouldn't talk about wasting it. It's him.
I don't think I understand you.
Of course you don't. I dare say you've never even spoken to time.
I know that you have to beat time when you learn music.
That accounts for it. I won't stand for a beating. I quarreled with time just last March. Just before the hair went mad.
Come on! I have the worst here!
Don't you remember? It's at the big concert by the Queen of Hearts. I had to sing. Twinkle, twinkle, little bat, how I wonder what you're at. Up above the world you fly, like a tea tray in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle.
Pick its nose and make it stop! I want a drink cup. Let's all move one more place.
I'd hardly finished the first verse when the Queen bawled out,
She does like that expression.
ever since then, time won't do a thing. It's always tea time now. We never have time to wash plates, the cups, the saucers.
That's why you all move one place.
As things get used up, there must be a clean cup somewhere.
What do you do when you're back where you started?
I'm getting tired of this. Tell us a story.
I'm afraid I don't know one.
Wake up the dormouse.
Wake up.
I wasn't sleeping. I heard every word you fellas were saying.
A story.
And be quick about it, or you'll be asleep again before it's done.
Once upon a time, there were 3 sisters, Elsie, Lacey, and Tilly, and they lived at the bottom of the molasses.
What do they live on?
Molasses, of course. What else?
Have some more tea.
I haven't had any yet.
So she can't take more.
You mean that she can't take less? It's easy to take more than nothing.
No one asked for your opinion.
Who's making personal remarks now?
Oh, look. The dormouse has fallen asleep again.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
And these little sisters, they were learning to draw, you know?
What did they draw?
Well, you can draw water out of a water well, so I would think you can draw molasses out of a molasses well. Stupid.
But they were in the well.
Of course they were. Well in.
Bugs.
teeth again.
Let's swim in the teapot.
Good idea!
This is the stupidest tea party I've ever been to in all my life.
No.
Let's all move one place!
No.
Look out, Brown! Don't those plastic paint over me like that! I couldn't help it. You dragged my elbow. That's right. Always blame the other. You better not talk like that. I heard the king say only yesterday that you deserve to be beheaded. For what? That's none of your business.
Yes, it is her business, and I'll tell her. It was for bringing the cooked tulip roots instead of onions.
Why all the onions? There.
Am I about done?
Oh.
Why are you painting that rose?
Well, the fact is this hero content a rebel. When he finds the white about this, if the queen find out, she's furious. That should do it. Just right. That's the other way.
I'm trying to reach the 8th square. I seem to miss the train station.
The question is, did it miss you?
Might as well talk to the flowers than get any sense out of those two.
I couldn't agree with you more.
I didn't know the flowers could talk.
I can talk. When there's anybody worth talking to.
Can all the flowers talk?
As well as you can, and a great deal louder.
Your face has got some sense now, though it's not a very clever one.
Yes. Nice color. I don't care about the color. If only her petals curled up a little more, she'd be all right.
I'm not a flower. I'm a human being.
That's your problem!
Aren't you afraid of being planted out here? What would you do if any danger came?
There's a tree nearby.
And what good would a tree do?
It could say, bow, wow. That's why its branches are called boughs. Didn't you know that?
How is it all the flowers can talk?
Put your hand down and feel the ground.
It's hard.
In most gardens, they make the beds too soft so that the flowers are always asleep.
I never thought of that before. Is there another person in the garden?
People like you mean?
Yes.
There's another female in the garden somewhere.
She's some awkward shape as you. She's much paler though. Her shadows are shorter, I think.
Does she come out here much?
She's coming this way now.
I hear her footsteps. Thump thump, thump thump, thump thump, thump thump. Along the gravel walk. I don't want to listen to her anymore. She talks such nonsense.
Like this one.
Come on, let's put ourselves somewhere else.
They not only talk, they walk. Things indeed are getting curiouser and curiouser. Someone has lost their shawl, all torn and dirty.
Bread and butter, bread and butter, bread and butter.
I have your shawl.
Bread and butter, bread and butter.
This is your shawl, isn't it?
Bread and butter, bread and butter.
I do hope she can carry on a decent conversation. Am I addressing the White Queen?
Well, yes. You can call that addressing. I've been addressing myself for the past 2 hours, but nothing I wear fits right.
May I put your shawl straight for you?
Temperamental shawl. There's no pleasing it. I pinned it all on one side.
It won't hang right if you pin it all on one side. Dear me, what a state your hair is in.
Quite true, my dear. I'm afraid I'm a mess. The brush got entangled in my hair. I lost the comb yesterday.
I can tidy it for you, although you ought to have a maid.
You'll be my maid, and I'll give you 2 cents a week in jam every other day.
I don't like jam.
You couldn't have it if you did one.
Why not?
The rule is jam tomorrow and jam yesterday, but never jam today. It's the effect of living backwards.
Living backwards?
I remember things that happened the week after next. My memory works both ways, forward and backward.
I'm sure my memory only works one way. I don't remember things before they happened. Which way does your memory work best?
I remember the trial of the knave of hearts for stealing tarts, and the trial hasn't even started. My finger!
Did you nick it?
Not yet, but I shall. When I fasten my shawl with this brooch.
Now you've gone and done it.
I told you I would. Weren't you listening?
Well, aren't you going to scream and dance about?
I've already done the screaming and dancing about. What would be the point of doing it all over again?
I don't understand much of what I see and hear.
You haven't had much practice. Close your eyes. Turn around. Keep turning. Ooh, a butterfly. A lovely butterfly. Bread and butter, bread and butter, bread and butter, bread and butter, bread and butter.
When do I stop?
Going around in circles won't get you anywhere.
The White Queen, where has she gone?
Would you like to hear a tale?
She was just here a moment ago. And besides, I've heard plenty of stories since I've been in Wonderland.
Stories? Who's talking about stories? I'm talking about a tale. My tale. Mine is a long and sad tale.
I see that your tale is long, but why is it sad?
Fury said to a mouse that he met in the house. Let us both go to the law. You're not paying attention.
I beg your pardon.
What's the sense in telling my tale if no one's listening?
Quite true.
I will prosecute you. Come, I will take no denial.
Ahoy! Ahoy!
Trial. For we this morning.
Seize the one that calls herself Alice. Take her to the queen.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Yes, sir. With the jury, your judge.
Get away!
Jury duty? Did you ever hear the like?
I know nothing about justice.
That's the first qualification, you dunce.
Says here the prisoner's the name of hearts.
Wonder what he's done.
He stole some tarts.
You think we should go?
I think it's better.
We could have some fun on the way.
Like what?
We'll think of something.
Another caucus race?
Yes, yes!
By means.
Caucus race!
Whoever heard of such creatures serving on a jury? It's nonsense.
I hope it's safe. Is it?
Why don't you ask me? After all, I'm sitting here.
Humpty Dumpty? I'm in the sixth fair! My, how exactly like an egg she looks.
It's very provoking to be called an egg.
I said you looked like an egg. Some eggs are very pretty.
Some people have no more sense than a baby. Tell me your name and your business.
My name is Alice.
A stupid name. What does it mean?
Must a name mean something?
My name means the shape I am. Good, handsome shape. With a name like Alice.
Why do you sit out here all alone?
I'm not alone. You're with me.
Wouldn't you be safer on the ground?
If I did fall off, the King of Hearts has promised to send all of his horses and all of his men.
I don't see what good that would do.
Why not?
Well, everybody knows the answer to that. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty together again.
Stop, stop. What a terrible verse. Not a word of truth to it.
I didn't mean to upset you.
Change the subject. I'm listening.
That's a lovely belt you've got on. Or is it a bow tie?
It's a most provoking thing when a person can't tell the difference between a belt and a bow tie.
Well, I'm not used to dealing with eggs.
It's a bow tie, child, and a beautiful one, as you say. A present from their majesties, the King and Queen of Hearts. They gave it to me for an unbirthday present.
What's an unbirthday present?
A present given to you when it isn't your birthday, of course. How many days are there in a year?
365.
And how many birthdays have you?
1.
There you have it. Only one day for presents. With unbirthdays, you get presents 364 days. Now I shall recite.
Oh, please don't.
'Twas brillig in the slithy toves, did gyre and gimble in the wave.
I won't listen to any more poetry.
Dear me, you are disagreeable. The piece I shall repeat has been written entirely for your amusement. The least you could do is be courteous. In winter, when the fields are white, I sing this song for your delight.
No, no, no!
Very well.
I best be on my way. Goodbye, until we meet again.
I wouldn't know you again. nose in the middle, mouth under. Now, if you had two eyes on the same side of the nose, for instance, or the mouth at the top, that would be a simple.
It wouldn't look very nice.
Wait until you've tried.
Of all the unsatisfactory people I have ever met, excuse me.
Why? What have you done?
Nothing, Your Majesty.
Doing nothing in Wonderland is a crime. Very well. You have a nice face. I'll excuse you. This time, I feel faint. Give me a ham sandwich.
I'm afraid I don't have a ham sandwich.
Hay then.
Hay?
There's nothing like a mouthful of hay when you're feeling faint.
I should think pouring cold water over your head would be better.
Who do you see coming down the road?
Nobody.
Only wish I had such eyes to be able to see nobody. At this distance, too. Remarkable.
Seems ordinary to me.
Are you coming to the trial?
I'm going to find my crown.
You should have looked for it here. The light's not good. Why would you want a crown?
I'm going to be Queen Alice.
Foolish sort of ambition. Anyway, what's an Alice?
Here comes the White Queen. My, how fast she can run.
There's some enemy after her, no doubt. The woods are full of them.
If that's the case, aren't you going to help her?
No use. She runs too quick. You might as well try and catch a Bandersnatch. Now, if you'll excuse me, my dear, I must find a ham sandwich!
If you would please tell me the way to the 8th square, I'd be so grateful.
I'm glad you had the opportunity to meet me.
I get so angry in this place.
Ahoy! Ahoy!
What now?
Ahoy! Ahoy!
You're the knight who did battle with the King of Hearts. Did you win?
Oh, I always win. It's hardly any fun when you lose. That's why, when I lose, I say I win. That way, I always feel very good about myself.
Doesn't sound like sensible reasoning to me.
Quite right, my dear. No sense at all. No reason either. I see you're admiring my lunch pail. I keep it upside down so no rain will get in it.
Did you know that the top is open?
I didn't. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. The things must have fallen out. The mustard. The mayonnaise. The dog biscuits.
Why is there a mousetrap on your horse's neck?
That's an invention of mine.
I don't see why there'd be any mice on a horse.
Ah, but if they do appear, I don't want them running about. You've got to be prepared for anything.
I'm awfully tired. I'm afraid I can't walk another step. I'm trying to reach the 8th square. Would you help me?
Delighted. I hope you've got your hair well fastened. The wind is strong. Climb on back. Ahoy! 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 Whoa! Ahoy! Ahoy!
Oh dear. I'm afraid you haven't had much practice.
What makes you say that?
People with practice often don't fall off their horse.
I've had plenty of practice. The great art of horse riding is all about keeping your balance. Oh, you haven't got far to go. Down the hill, then over a little brook, and then you'll be Queen Alice. Oh. Hop on. Comfy?
Yes, thank you.
Here we go. Ahoy! Ahoy!
Oh!
Ahoy! Charge! Charge!
Thank you. You've been very kind.
I hope so. Ahoy!
Watch where you're going, Clumsy!
Ahoy! Ow!
The fellow's fallen off his horse. That's no way to get around.
Poor man. He's frightened of the king.
It's about time you arrived.
You've been expecting me?
Queen Alice, your majesty.
Oh dear. I didn't expect it so soon.
I invite you to Alice's dinner party.
And I invite you.
I didn't know I was to have a dinner party. But if I am, I think I ought to invite the guests.
Well, we gave you the opportunity, but it seems you haven't had many lessons in manners.
Can you do addition?
Yes.
What's 1 and 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 1?
Oh, I don't know. I lost count.
She can't do addition.
What about subtraction?
Take a bone from a dog. What remains?
The bone would remain if I took it, and the dog wouldn't remain if it bit me, and I certainly wouldn't remain.
So you think nothing remains?
I think that's the answer. Yes.
The dog's temper would remain.
Perhaps she'd feel better if we introduced her to the mutton.
Yes, perhaps. Bring in the mutton!
I don't want to be introduced to anyone else.
Don't be shy, Alice. You've got to learn to meet people.
Alice, mutton. Mutton, Alice.
I don't care to be introduced to a leg of lamb if you don't mind.
The leg of lamb does mind. Mutton
have to run awfully fast to catch that leg of lamb. Oh dear! The leg of lamb has sprouted wings. It's flying away. Here I am in the 8th square, and I don't have a crown, and no one has been nice to me. I wonder if I shall ever see my sister or Dinah again.
Oh, the Queen of Hearts, the Queen of Hearts. Oh, won't she be savage if I've kept her waiting?
You! I wish I never met you in the hedge.
Gracious, what a thing to say. What's the matter, Alice?
You're a fine one to ask. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here. First, I was told I could have a crown and be Queen Alice. All I had to do was find the 8th square. Here I found it, and I'm just as I was. No one has been kind to me. I'm so lonely and lost. I do so need a friend.
That's a splendid idea. I would like a friend myself. I've never had one, you know?
Why?
I never gave it much thought. I know! You could be my friend, would you, Alice?
Would I? I'd be delighted to be your friend.
Permit me to introduce myself formally. I am the White Rabbit.
And I, White Rabbit, and Alice, your friend.
Friend! What a lovely sound that has to it. Friend, 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 friend. As your friend, I must give you a getting acquainted gift.
Oh, I do love gifts. What is it?
Your crown!
Oh, wonderful.
Here we are.
That's not a crown. It's a carrot.
So it is. Since we're friends, you can give me the carrot. For Queen Alice!
Oh, lovely.
Now you must give me my gift.
I hope you like it. I didn't have much time to shop.
I'll know later. We mustn't be late. She'll be furious. Come along.
Are we going to play croquet with the queen?
Certainly not. It's time for the trial.
You're expected.
I am. You're a witness.
I am.
Take my paw. Not a minute to waste. I'm late. We're late.
Get this trial on with.
Kids, everyone's
been to a trial before. I imagine it's quite exciting. I suppose they're the jury.
I suppose if you suppose, we all suppose.
The trial hasn't started. There's no evidence yet. What can they be writing down?
They're putting down their names. They're afraid to forget them before the end of the trial.
Silence in the car!
Silence in the car! Read the accusation.
The Queen of Hearts. She made some tarts all on a summer's day.
I had already heard the accusation.
The name of Hearts!
He stole those tarts!
And took them quite away!
Consider your verdict.
Not yet. There's something to come before that.
Call the first witness.
First witness! It's that Mad Hatter.
I beg pardon, Your Majesty. I hadn't quite finished my tea when I was sent for.
You ought to have finished!
When did you begin?
The 14th of March, I think it was.
15?
16!
17!
18! No!
Write that down.
Take off your hat.
From
All of them!
I'm afraid they're not mine.
Stolen! Write that down.
No, I keep hats to sell out in my own.
Give your evidence and don't be nervous, or I'll have you executed on the spot.
I'm a poor man, Your Majesty.
You're a very poor speaker.
Poor man, he's frightened of the king.
Silence in the car!
Silence in the court!
I'm afraid I don't know much about this case.
He isn't of much use.
You may go.
It's tea time again. Thank goodness.
Next witness. Give your evidence.
What shall I do now? You are supposed to cross-examine the witness?
If I must, I must. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
What are tarts made of?
Pepper. Tarts aren't made of pepper mostly. They're made of molasses. Hollow that doorbell!
Turn that dormouse out of the court!
Impressive. Bench him.
Off with his whisker! Ow! Ow! Sneeze! I need sick breath!
They don't have much evidence yet.
Call the next witness.
Really, my dear, you must cross-examine the next witness. If you don't, I shall get a headache.
The next witness is
Here.
Step forward.
Courage, Alice, courage.
What do you know about this case?
Nothing.
Nothing whatever?
Nothing whatever.
That's very important. Write that down.
Who is this creature?
Some monster. I met in the woods. Calls itself Alice.
You've forgotten Rule 42.
Rule 42.
All creatures named Alice must leave the court. It's the oldest rule in the book.
Then it ought to be rule number 1.
Consider your verdict.
Oh, my friend, my poor friend, I must help her. There's more evidence to come, Your Majesty. This paper has just been picked up.
What's in it?
It seems to be a letter written by the prisoner. Rather, a set of verses.
Read what's on the paper!
Where shall I begin?
From the beginning, of course, and go until you come to the end.
They told me you had been to her and mentioned me to him. She gave me a good character, but said I could not swim.
Stop! That's the most important piece of evidence we've heard yet.
Nonsense. There's not a word of meaning to it.
If there's not a word of meaning to it, that saves us a world of trouble.
And we don't have to look for any.
Let me see that. I said I could not swim. You swim, don't you?
No, Your Majesty.
Then it couldn't have been you.
A brilliant deduction, Your Majesty.
Consider your verdict.
No! No! Sentence first, verdict afterwards!
Stuff and nonsense! The idea of having the sentence first?
Careful, friend, careful! Don't lose your temper!
This isn't a trial at all. It's a mockery.
Hold your tongue!
I won't.
Off with her head!
What are you waiting for? Seize her!
Who cares about you? You're nothing but a pack of cards. You're nothing but a pack of cards. watch.
Aww, it's an imagination. Come along, like the tea.
It was a dream.
A white rabbit? With a pocket watch? Who ever heard of such a thing?
Oh, the Duchess! The Duchess! I'm late! I'm late!
Second of all, thank you to all the crew and everybody who helped to contribute to this project. This has been a blast to put on, and we've just had so much fun. Now for a few specific people that we'd like to thank. First of all, Mrs. Masiak, if you're here, could you come up to the stage really quick, please? Let us do all this, and we couldn't do it without your permission and all that. So thank you. I also want to thank our stage manager, Miss Becky Cleveland.
Now we need everyone clapping for this man, our director, Mr. Thomas.
Thank you so much, and thank you all to come to our show.
Thank you all.